Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a story that has South Africans shaking their heads, rolling their eyes, and asking the same old question, when will it end? Because once again, it seems like politics and business have danced together behind closed doors, and the result is a R350 billion airport project in the Free State that nobody asked for, nobody needs, and yet somehow, somebody is already cashing in. Now, let's set the scene. Imagine this: you wake up one morning, and a brand new company is born. Not an old trusted giant of industry, not a seasoned construction firm with decades of experience. No, just a little baby company, barely 2 days old, still learning to crawl. And by the time you've had your second cup of tea, this baby company, called Aerocorp Solutions, has somehow been handed one of the biggest infrastructure projects in the country. A shiny, modern international airport in the Free State, worth R350 billion. Yes, billion with a B. The problem? The Free State is not exactly New York, London, or Beijing. It's a largely rural province with limited air traffic, where you're more likely to see a donkey cart on the road than a Boeing 747 overhead. Economists are already calling it a vanity project, because frankly, it makes no sense. But it does make sense if you follow the money and the politics. At the center of this storm is businessman KT Molefe. His name is not new in South African circles. He's got friends in very high places, connections to senior ANC figures, and right now those connections are under investigation. According to legal records, he formed Aerocorp Solutions just 48 hours before the deal was signed. 2 days. Think about that. Most of us need 2 days just to queue at home affairs. This man managed to open a business and secure a R350 billion contract in less time than it takes to get a driver's license renewed. If that doesn't make you suspicious, I don't know what will. The Democratic Alliance wasted no time in jumping on this scandal. Solly Malatsi, their spokesperson, called the whole thing reckless and didn't hold back. He said it smacks of corruption, and he wants the Special Investigating Unit and the Auditor-General to step in immediately. His words were sharp: heads must roll, and the ministers who enabled this deal must be named. Now, we don't have confirmation yet on who those ministers are, but sources whisper that at least 3 senior ANC officials played a key role. The ANC's official response? They're doing the classic politician dance, smiling, nodding, and saying, "Let's wait for the investigation." Party spokesperson Malenji Bengumatsiri insists the ANC is committed to clean governance, and they won't protect anyone found guilty. That's the line. But South Africans have heard this line before, during state capture, during Eskom scandals, during PPE corruption. By now, people aren't just skeptical, they're furious. On social media, the words "daylight robbery" are trending. Civic groups are calling it a betrayal. And ordinary citizens are asking how the government can justify such a deal when millions of people can't find work, and thousands of households don't even have clean water. Think about it, R350 billion. That money could build thousands of schools, hospitals, and housing units. It could fix potholes, it could expand public transport, it could make load shedding a memory. Instead, it's being pumped into an airport that economists say has no demand. Dr. Nthabising Dube from Wits University pointed out the obvious: air travel in the Free State is minimal. So why the obsession with an international airport? Her answer is blunt: it looks like a political vanity project. And she's right. We've seen this movie before. Expensive stadiums that never get filled. Roads that lead nowhere. Trains that don't run. South Africans are tired of watching billions vanish into projects that make no sense for the people, but perfect sense for the pockets of a few well-connected individuals. Now, let's talk political fallout. The ANC is already limping from years of corruption scandals and state capture inquiries. Investor confidence in South Africa is fragile at best. This deal, if proven to be shady, will send the message that nothing has changed. Civil society groups warn that it could scare away investment and deepen the distrust that many South Africans already feel toward their leaders. For a party trying to hold together a fragile coalition government, this is political dynamite. And let's not ignore the humor in the absurdity here. Imagine being at the airport opening ceremony. The ribbon is cut, the champagne is flowing, and the speeches are long. And then someone raises their hand and asks, "So, who's actually going to fly here?" Cue awkward silence. Because unless airlines suddenly discover a gold mine in the Free State, this airport might end up being nothing more than a giant white elephant. A R350 billion parking lot for pigeons. The SIU is expected to produce a preliminary report in the coming weeks. That report could name names, expose networks, and even lead to criminal charges. But here's the catch: South Africans have seen reports before. The Zondo Commission gave us thousands of pages of evidence, and yet many of the biggest culprits are still walking free. So the question is not just whether this airport deal was corrupt. The real question is whether anyone will actually be held accountable this time. Make no mistake, this is not just about an airport. It's about the credibility of government, the future of the ANC, and whether South Africa can ever break free from the chains of corruption. If it turns out that 3 senior ANC figures were indeed behind this, it could cause major rifts inside the party, especially ahead of future elections. Some factions may demand resignations, others may dig in their heels. And in the middle of it all are ordinary South Africans, watching yet another scandal unfold, hoping for justice but bracing for disappointment. So, what do you think? Is this just another case of political elites fattening their pockets at the expense of the people? Or could there actually be a rational explanation for why a 2-day-old company deserves R350 billion and the Free State needs an international airport? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe to our channel for more political commentary that digs beneath the headlines. Because trust me, in South Africa, there is never a shortage of scandals to talk about. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay sharp, stay informed, and see you next time.